right, Shalom. This is Hara One by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Ha Rakah Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwati, my children, that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is going to be a quick lesson on the go. Dealing with, disbelief, because you're going to run into that. You're going to meet some people that believe, kind of like, let me get that real quick. Let's start off with that one. All right, so this is John chapter 1, verse 44. And it says, now Philip was of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter, right? Philip findeth Nathanael. That's the point. All right, because Nathanael had faith, immediate faith. He didn't have to tug and pull with him or wrestle with Philip didn't have to wrestle with the brother. All right. And that's what we look for in this truth, man. But some people you may have to, just teach people once, and then you leave the conversation there, and then maybe down the line they'll get it. You plant a seed, then the seed will grow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go there too. Yahweh Ratazah. Now it says. John 1 and 45 again. Philip findeth Nathanael, and saith unto him, we have found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Yahushua of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. All right, that lets you know that Yahushua was born of the seed, sperma of Joseph. All right, Joseph and Mary had sex, just like everybody else was born into this earth. In the ancient times. Nowadays you can't say it. But anyway. But yeah, Yahushua was born of the seed of David. Even though Mary was from the line of David, but the seed went through Joseph. All right. Wasn't no immaculate conception. What was immaculate about the birth of Yahushua was the prophecies. That Most High had Yahushua born according to the prophecies. All right, he was circumcised. He was born, in the time of our captivity to deliver us in the Roman Empire. All right. All right, and then the prophecies of him being born in Bethlehem, and then of going to Nazareth. So all these things were immaculate. At his birth, you had angels. Okay, so now let's get this real quick. This is Deuteronomy 18, and this is where it said Moses in the law, because he did write Yahushua of Nazareth, talking about him being born someday. So it was prophesied way back in the 1400th century, whatever you call it. 1446 BC at the Exodus. All right, Deuteronomy represents duo or two. It was the second time where Moses gave the laws to the children of Israel, just to confirm it before they went into Israel, to the promised land. So now it says Deuteronomy 18, and let's go to 14. The point is in 15. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearkened unto observers of times and unto diviners. But as for thee, Yahweh thy power have not suffered thee to do so. Right? We're not supposed to deal with no idols, observing of times. What do they call that shit, man? I always forget the name of it. Horoscopes. All right. Now, It says, Yahweh, thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken. And that was talking about Yahushua being born. All right, so now it says, verse 18, and I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, like just like Moses. All right, so, but Yahushua was better than Moses. And I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. That's why Yahushua said that when he was on the earth. He said he came to do the will of his Father, our Father in heaven. That's how you know that Yahushua was not Yahweh in the flesh. No, it was two different entities that are in agreement. You know, so Yahushua is truly the Son creation of Yahweh. And I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, so from amongst Israel, from Judah, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. All right, so but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have commanded him to have not commanded him to speak, like these false prophets in these churches, you know, all the doctrines and religions that's all around the world today, especially here in America, the mother of harlots, idolatry, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. Whew. So let's get one more. All right, so Philip said what Moses and the prophets did right. So who is it talking about? People like Isaiah prophesying about Yahushua being born of a virgin, a young woman. Matter of fact, I'm going to get in the lexicon. All right, so it says here, Isaiah 7 and 14. Therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. See the sign. What's that? Let's get that. All right, it's a prophecy. So that's what I was saying. According to the prophecies, that's the immaculateness. I don't know how you would say it, but for him, the immaculate conception that Yahushua was born accurately according to these prophecies, like Yahweh spoke it from the beginning. All right, so that was immaculate. That's the miracle. A signal. That's a sign of our deliverance that Yahushua was born. A monument. All right, an omen, just like that eclipse that just happened. A warning, a token, a sign, proof, a miracle. All right, so now it says, therefore the Lord himself, Yahweh himself, shall give you a sign, a miracle. Behold, a virgin shall conceive. See, they teach this wrong in the churches. They'll say that she didn't have sex with Joseph, but that's a lie. I just read in the beginning through the Spirit, which I didn't know I was going to go this direction, but Joseph was the father of Yahushua, all right? Just like Philip was telling him to Nathaniel. He said the son of Joseph, the seed of Joseph, the offspring of Joseph, the root of David, of Jesse. I'm going to have to go there too, because this is what Philip was talking about. It goes hand in hand with Isaiah chapter 11. Watch, I'm going to show you. It says, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Just like in Isaiah 11. Behold, a virgin, meaning a young woman, a woman of marriageable age, shall conceive. All right? So that conception happens with what? Sex. You know? And bear a son. So she was going to bear a child after she conceived, meaning the seed mingles with the egg, the sperma. And a virgin, just the Hebrew word there would be ilama. I think, let me click on it just in case. Yeah, ilama, which means virgin, young woman of marriageable age, newly married, all right? So that's all that means. So a young woman, Mary, she was young, and she had sex with Joseph, and she conceived, and she bare a child. And that was a miracle that it was Yahushua, according to Jeremiah 1:5, whom Yahweh knew before he formed him in the womb, and then sent him to the earth to deliver us at the appointed time when Herod was the Herodian dynasty was coming against us, put hell on our people, and for Yahushua to be crucified at that time period so we can be delivered today. Man, so that we would have hope and a sign of Yahweh's mercy. So it says what? And shall call his name Emmanuel. So his name is Yahushua, but one of his titles is God being with us. So power being with us. So what's our name? Yasha Allah. He is a prince of the power, or with the power. So without Yahweh, we have no power. So Yahweh was letting us know that he's with us now through Yahushua though. So without Yahushua, their doctrine is weak, has no power. They have no, these camps out here, and they have no hedge of protection from what's to come. So through Yahushua, we have Yahweh with us. All right, God with us. Now this is all prophecy. All right, now let's go back to Philip real quick. John 1 and 45 once again. All right, so we need to be in the spirit like Nathaniel was, that just had ultimate, undeniable faith in Yahushua. He had that imagination. As soon as Philip told him, watch, let's just read it. So he was like, what? Can nothing good come out of Nazareth? All right, we out, let's go see. And he went to go see immediately. All right. John 1 and 45. Philip findeth Nathanael and saith unto him, we have found him, of whom Moses in the law, as I just read, and the prophets, I'm going to read one more in a minute, talking about Isaiah, did write, Yahushua of Nazareth, the son of Joseph, man. Okay, so we just read that Yahushua was conceived in the womb. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. And this was King Solomon talking, who was also Yahushua in reincarnation, but let's stick to the point. Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 1. I myself also am a mortal man, just like Yahushua was. He was made a little lower than the angels in the mortal flesh. All right, like to all, and the offspring meaning the seed, descendant, of him that was first made of the earth, so descended from Adam, just like Yahushua was descended from Adam. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months. All right, so in America, sometimes they'll take the baby out, or you have 9-month trial, or they start inducing labor around 10th month. But 10 months, that's when the baby's fully complete or born, within 9 to 10 months. Being compacted in blood, of the seed of man. What? Of the seed of man. That's how you have conception with the egg. When a woman, when a male and female have sex, which is marriage in the scriptures, and then that becomes that man's wife. All right, she's supposed to serve him or be a helpmate to him or a sidekick, the mother to the children. So the seed of man, so the same way Yahushua was born, of the seed of man, that man was who? Joseph, from the bloodline of David, King David. And the pleasure that came with sleep, and that's when the conception happens. All right, so he said, what? A virgin shall bear a child and shall conceive and bear a child. And that conception happens when, after they go to sleep. You lay down and they done, and that's when the Most High do his part with it, with the bringing the child through the matrix. So now let's keep going. Get back to the point. All right. So he says Moses and the prophet said. So let's read one more. He said of Nazareth, right? So now if let's go to the lexicon. All right, this is Isaiah 11:1, and this is part of that prophecy, because if you look up the word Nazarite, let's get that. All right, so this is Isaiah 11:1. It says, and there shall come forth, and it's a prophecy about Yahushua. Let me go to lexicon real quick again. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, so out of the bloodline of Jesse, who was the father of King David. All right, and I think King David was from Bethlehem, but Joseph was from Nazareth, but he was of the bloodline of David. So that's what made Yahushua Nazarene, all right, born of Nazareth. Now, like his father. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him. See, same prophecy that Moses was speaking of. And the spirit of wisdom and understanding. So Yahushua had all of this. The spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Yahweh, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yahweh. All right, so knowing to choose good, from evil. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, all right, being no respect to persons, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge and the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth and with the breath of his lips, and shall slay the wicked. It's talking about Yahushua, man. All right. So prophesied all the way back in the time of Isaiah. Now, and Moses. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this air on real quick so I can. All right, so now this prophecy goes hand in hand with what I was just reading, dealing with Philip speaking to Nathaniel, and he said Yahushua of Nazareth. All right, let's get that. All right, because actually, you know what? I think Mary was from Nazareth, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna read it and see, but I think Joseph was from Bethlehem. All right, so this is Luke 2:4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, right? Where he was with Mary in Galilee, all right, the city of Nazareth, into Judea. So they went to Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, so he could be taxed there, meaning be put on the census. All right, to be taxed, and it wasn't about just the money taxation. It was about being part of a census, documented. With Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child, and this is when she had already conceived. All right, and so they went up from Nazareth. So they were in Nazareth together. Now check this out. Let's go here real quick. This is Luke 1:26. All right, and this is speaking about the birth of John, I think. Yep, kind. And Mary visiting her cousin Elizabeth. Now it speaks about Mary being in Nazareth. Now Luke 1:26. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from Yahweh unto a city of Galilee. See, remember it said Joseph was there with her, but he went from there with Mary, because once they were married or would have sex, she would be documented under Joseph now. All right. So they went from Nazareth to Bethlehem, because Joseph was from there, of the house of David, just like Mary. But Mary was allegedly from Nazareth. But check this out. So these are all the points where it says he shall be called a Nazarene. It's still another point too with dealing with Herod. where Yahushua was called the Nazarene, but I'm gonna get to that. Luke 1:26. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabar Allah, which is one of the archangels, was sent from Yahweh unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph. So that virgin there would just mean a young woman. All right, Ilama. Now, it says espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her, and this was before she had conceived, all right, and said, hail. When they say come in unto her, he came into the house and was talking to her. He said, hail, thou that art highly favored. She was highly favored amongst women. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. All right, highly favored amongst women. And when why? Because she was going to birth the King of the universe, man, Yahushua, the Son of God. All right, our Savior. And she saw him, and when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. The angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with the Most High, and behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Yahushua. So it goes hand in hand with the prophecies of Moses, of Isaiah, you know, and she was of the seed of man, and that man is who? Joseph. Now let's go back to the point. All right, this is Matthew 2:19. But when Herod was dead, all right, so this is Herod the Great in wickedness. When he died around 4 BC, around the birth of Yahushua, his son Herod Antipas took his place. All right, and that's what this is talking about. An angel of the Lord appeareth in a dream to Joseph in Egypt. All right, he told him to run into Egypt, right? To flee the persecution from Herod the Edomite, Idumean, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Israel. So this was after Yahushua was born. And go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. That was Herod the Great. And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus, all right, is it Antipas or Archelaus? Let me see real quick. All right, yeah, it was Herod Archelaus, all right, Archelaus, Archelaus, Herod Archelaus. And it says, I'm gonna read this. Archelaus, a name meaning leading the people, he was known as an Idumean, an Edomite, came to power after the death of his father Herod the Great in 4 BC and ruled over 1/2. Right, he shared it with Antipas. All right, Antipas was in power too. All right, so they kind of shared the power. All right, he was the son of the Herod the Great, and Malchus, and Samaritan brother of Herod Antipas, and half brother of Herod the second Archelaus, Blase Squazi. So yeah, man. So this is what we're talking about right here, Matthew chapter 2. Herod Archelaus in 4 BC, or between that time of 4 BC and 6 BC, BCE. Oh, Salakia, AD, Salakia. All right. So now, Matthew 2. Stick to the point. It says, and verse 21. And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. All right, so Joseph, who was a so-called Negro of the tribe of Judah. All right, from Bethlehem. And Mary was from Nazareth. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, meaning although, being warned of Yahweh in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene. All right, here's another prophecy of Yahushua spoken by the prophets, Micah 5 and 2. But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, all right, which is in Bethlehem, the city of David, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah. See, this lets you know that Joseph came out of Bethlehem. That's where he was from. All right. Yet out of thee shall come forth. So this is what Nathaniel was about to say. I'm gonna read that in a minute, because he was like, "What, can anything good come out of Nazareth?" You know. Now, because these places were like the ghettos today. You know, at that time in the Roman Empire, man, we were put on a very low scale, man. Our people were being wicked. They like, anything good come out of there? What, really? And but he got up and he believed. All right, and yeah, come Micah 5 and 2. But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel. Talking about Yahushua that was prophesied, whose going forth have been from the old, from everlasting. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth have brought forth. Talking about Mary, you know, Israel really, but you know, then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel through Yahushua. That goes to Isaiah 11 and also Daniel chapter 12, where it speaks about us being in travail, and the woman gave birth, you know, from Israel, and that woman specifically was Mary. All right. Now it says here, and he shall stand and feed in the strength of Yahweh, in the majesty of the name of Yahweh, his power, and they shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth. Man, it's talking about Yahushua. This is prophesied. All right, so there's a lot in there. Matter of fact, all right, so now if we go back to Isaiah 11, because it said, where I was reading in Matthew 2, it said he should be called a Nazarene. All right, that was according to prophecy. Now, also the prophet that spoke that was Isaiah, but it was prophetic. All right, and it was talking about him coming up out of Nazareth, being born in Bethlehem, going to, you know. So let me get to the point. It says, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch. Now that word branch, if you click on it, it says what? All right, it says sprout, shoot, branch, or in Yahushua is the branch. Okay, it says Natazar, all right, Natazar, or Natazarah. And this is the root word of the word Nazareth. All right, so if we get that real quick, this is the word Nazareth. It says, you know, the city of the town of Nazareth. It says Natah, right here, Natazarath, or Natazarah, or Natazarath. So that's the root word of Nazareth. Right, so now that's the understanding on that, John 1 and 44. Now, see, people that can't get it, they don't understand the prophecies, you know, and that's why they don't believe. See, Philip, Nathaniel, they knew about the prophecies. All right, that's why they could have that conversation. You know, the one that said what? That Moses them spoke of in the prophecies, and the prophets were speaking about, you know? And he was like, yeah. He said, can anything good come from Nazareth? Let's get that real quick. John 1:44. Now Philip of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter, with Philip findeth Nathanael and saith unto him, we found him of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write. See, we just read a few of the prophets and Moses speaking of Yahushua of Nazareth. All right. And in Matthew, it says what? Yahushua of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. And we proved it according to scripture that he's the son of Joseph through who? Jesse, through King David, and then through the seed being conceived, and also being coming out of Nazareth, where his mother was from, and Joseph and Mary was there, and they went to the city of David, where Joseph was from, to get censored there or taxed. And then once Yahushua was born, they had to flee into Egypt because there was a lot of Israelites in Egypt. And then he was told to go back into Israel, but not to Bethlehem, but go to Nazareth again. And it said it fulfilled the prophecy that he should be called a Nazarene. All right, because he was from there through his mother. And that's why, because that place didn't seem, it was being neglected. It was not important. Only reason Nazareth became important is because Yahushua was born from there. So that's why Philip was like, Nathanael was like, what? Can anything good come from Nazareth? You would think it would be more of the popular place that was in Israel at that time. All right, not Nazareth. So now, verse 46, and Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? All right, Philip saith unto him, come and see. So Nathanael didn't neglect that moment. He got up and went to go see. All right, imagine he'd be like, nah, I'm good, man. He'd have missed that opportunity. Just like 2/3 of Jakes, they're missing the opportunity. You try to tell them what's going on and who Yahushua is, and then they'll just brush it off. Some people take heed to it, and they'll see for themselves. Blessed are those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, and the inclination to step forward and go research and begin to watch and then teach our people of Yahushua, make it our testimony. It says, and Nathanael, verse 47, Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him. So he was out. He's like, I'm going to see Yahushua, who this is. And saith unto him, behold, an Israelite indeed, man. He said, your faith hath brought you here. You know, you don't have to know all the breakdowns, which will help you with wisdom and getting closer to the Father and not going off in the doctrine. But he was like an Israelite indeed, meaning what? First, you must believe that Yahweh is first. And you must believe the testimony that he gave of his son. And believe that he's going to return. And go out to meet him like the 5 virgins that are wise. And trim your lamps, become wise in his truth. To be able to see clearly that he's about to arrive. And to see the prophecies clearly. That's why we trim our lamps. To see clear in these dark times. And brighter. All right, so Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him. So Yahushua sees us coming to him as well. And said, what? Behold, an Israelite indeed, meaning a prince of Yahweh. Indeed, man, in his actions. Like, definitely, this is a believer right here. In whom is no guile. Though he spoke that about Nazareth, he still ain't find no guile in his mouth. He believed. All right, so now let's get this. This is Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. It happened to out of nowhere, man. You know, in the blink of an eye, the Lord can just judge a person. Or stop them in a way where it wakes them up to life or death, and then they start to search for God, man, because the Lord has a purpose for them. All right, he's getting their attention. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, man. So the Lord could leave them destroyed because they're putting it off, and the next thing you know, World War III breaking out and all hell breaking loose. And people see it. They see us out there teaching, and they're like, oh, man, yeah, man, I'm going to get with you on that. Hey, look, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man. All right? Because what if Nathaniel would have tarried? He would have missed that opportunity to meet Yahushua with Philip. And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. Set not thine heart upon thy goods unjustly gotten. Oh, so like, yeah, that was the point. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man. All right, let me get one more. Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. All right, the doors are open right now to find the Lord. You can research on the internet. The brothers, our videos are up all over the internet. You know, you can go out and see the brothers when we out there teaching. So, seek him while he may be found now, because we got the answers for the people. And they're like, nah, I'm going to do it later. Now is the time, the present. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his own way, and the unrighteous man his own thoughts, man. You know? And let him return unto Yahweh, for he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Come on, man. And people are like, no, I'm not worthy enough. I'm not this enough. They're like, yo, he got to have mercy on you. He said he will abundantly pardon you. You got to believe his words, not yours. So you got to forsake your own unrighteous thoughts. This is Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones? What are they waiting for? Will you love simplicity, man? This simple as a world, man, and wickedness. And the scorners delight in their scorning, you know, talking shit, mocking the scriptures, mocking the prophets. And fools hate knowledge. See, they hate the knowledge. They hate the truth. They hate the knowledge of Yahweh. When you tell the stories about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the testimony, they hate that. Turn you at my reproof. So when you see a brother blaming you out there, and you pointing the finger saying, hey man, you're being wicked, you need to turn back to the Father. Stop eating pork, stop eating shrimp, lobster, stop dealing with these holidays in America and all that, you know, come out of her, flee Babylon, get your mind out of this place, out of these churches. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. So the Lord said he will, if you do so, he'll pour out his spirit of truth and understanding upon you, man. And I will make known my words unto you. But because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. This is that time when the Lord is stretching out his hand. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Blame. And I will also laugh at your calamities, and will mock when your fear cometh, when all hell about to break loose, you know, when fear is brought upon an individual. The Most High is going to laugh at that individual if they're not right with Yahweh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, that's a destruction that's coming, man. ICBM missiles. The Lord going to be laughing while they burning in flames. What kind of God would do this? Well, hey, in the beginning they call him Al-Shaddai, which means mighty demon-like power, man. He controls the matters of life and death, good and evil. And Most High ain't nothing to play with. All right? When your fear cometh as a desolation, your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. So it's talking about the day of judgment. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early in that affliction, and in their fear, they're going to seek the Lord quick. Now you see somebody in a boat. I'm sure today, I don't like that name Jesus, but you know, Kevin Hart said he said a joke a long time ago. He ain't funny no more, but he said a joke when a Muslim is in a boat and they about and they about to tip over, the first thing they scream out is Jesus. But anyway, they're gonna seek him early, but guess what? But they shall not find me. They're not gonna find the truth. They're not gonna call on the right name. They, if they weren't serving the Lord and they try to be like, oh, I remember that video the dude said, what was the Lord's name? Your faith, yeah. It's gonna be like, boom, missiles hit. Too late. They're gonna say Yahweh, and the Lord will be like, I never knew you. Who the hell is you? For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof, all the blame that the Lord is blaming us. All right, we can't despise that. We gotta adhere to it and change according to that and do correctly. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way. What's coming up? The MOTB, digital currency. The people that's teaching against it, saying that it's not in the scriptures that that's gonna be the judgment. That's what's gonna get people destroyed. They're like, nah, that ain't. It's an embargo. It's Christianity. It's not that. It's not a grain of rice, a digital piece. So they're gonna have to eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. All right, so yeah, let's get this. This is the point of this lesson. Yeah, that was through the Spirit. We're going through points about Yahushua, Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? All right, so what if some don't believe? So what? Philip was still going to walk over there and see Yahushua, just like we represent Philip today. Teaching those that are unlearned. Teaching those, like he was teaching to the Ethiopian eunuch, which was an Israelite foreigner that was unlearned and couldn't understand the scriptures himself, except somebody teach him. And we're sent that in that same way to teach our people. All right, you need guidance. Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe, man? So people think we need people to believe. No, we don't. We need the elect to believe. That's it. 144,000 that are predestined to be in this truth. We got to be made for you. You got to be made for the truth. Some may doubt, but the ones that believe and they step forward, and a just man falleth 7 times, in your faith, but you're going to have to get back up and keep pushing. All right. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua without effect? That means what? Just because man is unfaithful, that doesn't mean the Lord is going to be unfaithful in his word and in his promise. All right. Does that make his faith of none effect? It says, God forbid, yea, let Yahweh be true, and every man will be a liar, man, basically. Yahweh is always true. Yahushua is always true and faithful to us, man. But we have fallen short many times over. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged, man. And that's what we want. We want to be overcome. We want to overcome. And when we are judged, man. All right, we want to get the victory. The day of judgment, we pray for our name to be written in the book of life. All right, so now I'm gonna end it there, man. Cause what if some don't believe, man? You just got to keep on trucking, man. Keep on teaching, keep on reaching, and keep on preaching.